Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Go check out my website at skysworld.com for life coaching and mentoring. Let's talk about redemption. What the heck is redemption? To be redeemed, to be renewed, rejoined with the group, to be saved, to have a second chance. We find ourselves in our redemption. Many times you never really find out who you are in this life until you've been completely shattered and broken, destroyed. The world has destroyed you, has shattered you. You're just a broken glass on the floor. And in those moments when you're putting yourself back together, you find out who your real homies are. You find out who's loyal to you. Sometimes it's nobody. And we're putting ourselves back together with no help and no support. And you find yourself in your redemption. You find out who you are as an individual. Who are you? You're the person that put himself back together after you fell apart. So if somebody has never been destroyed, somebody has never been knocked off the counter and shattered on the floor, that's never happened to you, I don't trust you because you haven't found out who you are. You're still trying to figure out who you are. I'm not going to trust you because you could change. You're still in your larva state. Your prepubescent state. I don't care how old you are, if you've never had life destroy you, and if you've never had to come back from that, you haven't discovered yourself yet. So the point is, you want to be a little bit easier on what you've gone through and who you are. I know I've been my own worst critic and felt like I was pretty much ruined. Well, I ruined this life. I'm still living it, but I just kind of felt like this body, this mind, this life, it's ruined. I ruined it. But you can be redeemed. But it's a relationship. A relationship with the natural flow of the universe, because many times we want to force our wants, our attachments on the world. This is the way I want the world to work. This is the way that I want to survive. And the world doesn't play along. So you need to be adaptable. Adaptability is a huge survival skill. And when you're at your lowest points in life, and when you've been broken, that open-mindedness and that adaptability is how you gather the necessary information, the tools you need to start rebuilding yourself. Because somebody who can't receive new information, who's closed-minded, who's rigid, like an oak tree, they'll just break in a storm. Those palm trees that bend, they survive storms. So you want to be adaptable and be able to bend in those moments. And you start to form solid ideas of what works and what doesn't, of what you're willing to do and what you're willing not to do, how far you'll compromise yourself, and when you're forced to put your foot down and say, I can't stand this anymore. I have to do something. That's who you are. In those moments, that's who you are. And that only comes through the storms, through the darkness, through devastation. So I don't beg for a perfect world. I don't beg for safety. I'm not begging for utopia. I don't pray for heaven on earth. because I know that I've found out who I am, and I'm proud of who I am. I really enjoy who I am, and if it wasn't for all the fucked up shit that happened to me, I never would have gotten here. I wouldn't be here right now in Florida with a house and a pool and a brand new Mustang if not for being a homeless drug addict on the streets of Southern California, going to jail. That had to happen for this to happen, at least in my story. It's food for thought.